Hey guys, I am coming to you with the PandaHall selected items that I recently hauled that they so generously sent me. And I wanted to show you, I am having a ball with this fabric. This faux leather glitter fabric. It's amazing. And it is on the back, it's canvas. It is so sturdy, but you are able to cut with your regular dies. Like I was cutting with these thinlets, and here's an example. Here's the little cauldron, and I was able to cut these, even the tiny little pieces. Now, because it's fabric, a few of the little threads won't cut, so you have to, just kind of tap the edge of your blade on it and it will release and be completely clean. I glued the bubbles on with my Barely Art glue. I glued the canvas to canvas together with hot glue. And I will put together, I've got some extra pink. I will probably do a black cauldron with pink bubbles. So, but I wanted to show this. Now, you can't get the teeny things like the eyeballs. So what I use for eyeballs are those little, I'm not even sure what they're called. They're little black kind of cabochons that I picked up online. I am sure that you can get these at PandaHall. There are so many items. I think you can't not find what you want. But anyway, so I wanted to make some little paper clips because I love these in the journals and the dailies. And of course I had to go for Christmas. So Halloween's coming up, Christmas in July. Look at his little hat, that tiny little hat cut out with one of these tiny little dies. I mean, I did have to trim around it, but it's so easy because it's fabric and you already have the impression. If you run the die, because like this one I had to run it upside down and right side up because it's not perfectly symmetrical like this one. So when I made this one first and then I made this one, and it gives a really good impression on this side. So if you have trouble like with near vision, if you run it upside down, you're going to get a great impression. I thought I had some pieces. So when I did her right side, wrong side up, you can actually see the impression. And you can just get your blade around it. So simple. I was so happy with that. These look like these are something you purchased off Etsy and somebody did them with a machine. Now, her little bow, I picked these up separately and the order did come. Remember I said I made my own order and it was tracking like right behind the other one that I did like 2 days prior through the company. And I have a bag of those bows around here somewhere. And I will find them before, I think I just sat some of my projects on top. But it's a big bag of bows. It wasn't even $1.50 for like 200 bows. So super impressed with that. And like I said, it's laying around here somewhere. I'll find it. So I made these and then I thought, well, what else can I make with these? Because I pretty much thought my Biggs dies were going to work. So I pulled out this Biggs die, and you can do little blush cheeks. I just don't know why I don't ever do that. So let's pull her up. Look at her. And this is just a little resin bow. And I made myself. I am undecided. This is glitter paper. And this is the faux leather. And because it's fabric, I'm undecided. I can't decide if I'm going to put these on a project or if I am going to sew these to something like a pillow. How cute are they? And like I said, the Barely Arts glue glues right to it. Because, I mean, it's kind of like plastic sequins and then your plastic and paper. We always glue those together. So that works great. And she could have a bow. Oh, so cute. Love that so much. And I did make bows, and I used this die, this Biggs die. This is an older one. I got this for like super cheap. Let's see. This one is, what's your name? I have in here, Cute Ghost, 664722. I think that was new last year. And then this one is called just Bows, 658541 from, but like I got this cheap. So what I did was I wanted to alternate the colors. So I used, move these cuties. I used this gorgeous green paper, which I am loving this green look. I made a ton of it, and I still have half of a sheet left. So I used this green and this kind of greenish white and made these guys. How beautiful are they? So in love with them. And these could be put in hair. I just hot glued them together. You can see a few of the little glue strings. And they're beautiful. This one, this die flips over itself when it's cut. It cuts in a sheet. It cuts straight, and then you flip these tabs over. So what I did was I just used some of my spare green, cut off the white, because I didn't want to flip it to canvas. And look, I even backed it with the green because I had extra. So you just use so little. So love that. What else do I have? Oh, I had an avalanche. Okay. So I did these bows. These could be put on projects. These could be put on in your hair, whatever. And then I thought, well, I have a die that, you know, I never really use and I love it. And it's this die right here, this bow bag topper. And I thought, you know, it's always so flat. What would happen if I made that? Look at that. If I made that thicker, look, it has such texture. I couldn't believe it. Okay, let's put it with like some of my little, wouldn't you be proud to send that to somebody in Happy Mail? It's not so flat anymore. It's the chunky and the texture, and it is crazy sturdy. So made that. Absolutely love that. And what else? So I'm kind of working my way over. Why don't I go ahead and glue this cauldron together, and I'll move these. It's so much stuff. I've been having so much fun. I've kind of been in the middle of like, my car's messing up. That is such a time-consuming endeavor. I've been at the service place twice. Then, of course, you know, they bring you over to look at new cars because yours just isn't going to make it. And I'm like, I'm looking at new cars, and so exhausting. So let's glue this together. I'm so happy that the salesperson is off today and I have a break. And I'm gonna have some fun. And this is what we do to de-stress, right? So all I'm gonna do now, I don't know why you didn't have to do it. I switched so it would be an identical image when you flip it. You don't need to do that. I don't know why I did that, but whatever. You could. This one is a mirror image of itself, so you don't need to worry about this one as far as like flipping the fabric. So this is all I do for these. She's a little shorter. Sometimes I bring them down a little further. Maybe I will bring this one down and look how easy this comes off. It is so easy to work with. I'm so glad I did this because it comes off so easy, but yet it works so well. Like it really holds. Let's see. Let's kind of get this like that. There. And then we will glue her. Make sure I'm in screen. And squeeze it good. Squeeze it good. Make it nice and flat. And then you know your hot glue will just peel right off. If you get it fast, come right off. And look, no, as you're none of the sequins are coming off. Just little bits of hot glue. There, it's done. It's adorable. Just, yeah, make sure you get that off. And she's done. Look at that. Get that little piece of hot glue off. Done. I am so happy with this. Sometimes don't you wonder, why did I get the hot glue out? But it works so well on so many things. Okay, get that out of the way. So these are really, really quick to make. Really quick to make. So in love with them. Can you even, I mean, such custom little cuties. All right. So then, and we got these two little cuties. We've got these. Let's make sure I cover everything. Then, this was the, remember I said there was something when I first saw this. I think, if I'm correct, Poochie Tats is the first person that showed this. And I was like, oh my gosh. If you ever want to see good bows, she makes great bows. Very creative with them. She makes beautiful bows. I mean, she makes beautiful everything, but with this fabric, I think she's the one that made these gorgeous bows. So, I mean, my bows are okay. I wouldn't say I'm an excellent bow maker, but I think with this paper, I look like an excellent bow maker. So this is what I wanted. So when I go out on my walks, I always have something. I've got it in my hand and I'm like, oh, I wish I had, I wish I could hook it to something and at least just prop it in my hand gently like that and not have to hold on to whatever it is, like keys, pepper spray, whatever I got. Yeah, pepper spray, sadly. Anyways, so I thought, I bet you don't have to sew this. So what I did was I went on, and because I wanted this, and they had this on sale. It was almost 50% off when I purchased it. I would say it was like 45% off. So you get this clamp. This fits in just like this and you clamp down. Legitimately that easy. I wasn't sure when I got it. This is the first one I did. It's perfect. Okay, so it comes with a set. And I had so many, I had to put them in Ziploc bags, guys. It comes with a set. You get your antique gold, your shiny gold, you get your kind of gunmetal silver, you get shiny silver. And it's something like you get 3 or 4 of each, that if you choose the option of this and the clamps, the toppers, you get that. But I thought, I think I'm going to love this, and I think this would be great for my daughter and her friends and possibly teachers and neighbors. And I just thought this is something I'm going to want. And so I was paying shipping. I thought, you know what? Let me get another assortment. So this was assortment. It had black. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to want black for Halloween. So this assortment, look at all these. And then this I paid around $17 for. And these separate ones, I'll link them. They were not, I didn't think I was going to get this many. Look at all these silver ones. I mean, every size, and see, silver is my favorite, so that's why I picked silver. You could pick an all gold. You could pick whatever color you wanted. I believe they had a choice of all the colors. I'm not positive, but like I said, I'll link it. Look at this. I don't even think this was $5. Like, crazy economical. And, I mean, if you're like me getting sticker shock everywhere you go, it's nice to be able to go to a company's website and not be like, oh, when you see the prices. So their prices are outstanding. So what I thought I'd do is I thought I'd make a smaller one. This, for my wrist, I have about a 7-inch wrist, and I like things loose. So I measured mine lengthwise. I measured just like this with my ruler, 9 1/4 by widthwise 1 inch. So your length is going to be 9 1/4, and then your width on this one, I did just, it was right in between 3/4 and 7/8. of an inch. So I wanted to do the smaller one because I thought, ooh, that's cute, a little smaller, a little thinner, because I haven't used it yet, so I don't know which one I'm going to prefer. So I chose my two favorite colors, the blue and the pink. And all you do is lay it down. I put little dots and then use a straight edge and cut it. Now mine was short, so I had to kind of, this is the same size as the Dollar Tree cutting mats. So that's all I did with that. That was all I needed. And if you're really good, you don't even need this because you could use this. I always need a straight edge to keep me in line. Okay, so we'll just show you how simple this is. You fold it in half and see it's fabric. And I don't care about these little, you can, I don't know if this is a good eraser, but you can erase these, see? And it comes right off. We'll just get them off, and then nobody else see it if like I lay it down at a friend's house or something. Okay. So get that off. You just line it up. No sewing required because this fabric is canvas. And place it in here. Now, if this is for me, I'm not really caring if I get an exact, I could trim it down just a smidge, but this is just for me. This thing sits in here. And okay, let me make sure I have it right. You know, before there was no pressure. Look at that. I'm really not putting that much pressure on it. Ta-da! Look at that. Look at that. How cute is that? Okay, so I'm thrilled with this. Came together in a flash. I have two choices, or one for upstairs and one for downstairs when I don't feel like going upstairs to get the other one. And I always put things on hooks, so I'll just hook them either to this or to that. I might even put a house key on both of them. And then, you know, when the electricity goes out and you come back from a walk or a run and you can't get in the house, no problem, I got my key on me. Okay, the last thing, I'll sit on here so you can see. These are so cool. I'm so excited. I have always wanted this key. It's called a key fob tool. So I've always wanted that. Like, I've wanted it for a while now. So I was very happy to order that and get that. So the last thing I made, this was actually the first thing I made. So I wanted to see if this would cut. And I have it's a, I don't know where I put it. It's a Cauldron Die. It's a Tim Holtz big Sizzix Cauldron Die. It is this die right here. And this is called Cauldron. So this die, so I just cut plain black. And then I use that greenish white. I use this collection. And you know, I don't know that a ton of people bought this one, but I thought it was so cute. I thought the little kiddos were really adorable in this one. And I thought the green, I liked how they had these 3 green options. So I made a quick tag. You think, oh, that wasn't quick. This was so quick. Biggs die, washi tape. All I did was glue some paper to a piece of 110-pound Nina Solar White cardstock. And then I made this tag myself. I used my We Are Memory Keepers corner prep chomp, and I just measured it. Like, I just laid it on my guillotine and said, where's a good spot? This has enough room, cut it, and went on my way. These are stickers from that collection. These are the little KS Craft. And this is what else I ordered on my own from PandaHall. So I ordered this set, and it was not much. I can't remember, but I'll link it. That's this Happy Halloween die. I really wanted a Happy Halloween die that had extra things like the spider web, the bat, the pumpkin, that just was a little bit more elaborate than plain Happy Halloween, cut beautifully. I have not used these 3, but I feel like they are going to cut marvelously. This one says boo, with the scary little pumpkins right here and the 2 happy pumpkins and this little house. And it has, I mean, look at these tiny stars, the half moon, the full moon, the cross, the bats. This is a great die. You get so many accessories. I didn't even realize that until just looking at it now, because I haven't had this stuff that long. And then the cute trick or treat in the circle with the bat and the cutie ghost. So these I will be using in future projects. But I wanted to go ahead, and since that was something I picked up on my own, I wanted to kind of go ahead and show what I've been creating with what they let me choose and then gave to me. So, and like I said, these things came in under 2 weeks, and they are packed in a way that they are so tight, and they have cardboard covering them. They're not going to get damaged. Okay, so I have this cutie, and then I thought, well, what would it look like if I put one of these beautiful charms that they sent. So these are in the silver, which, like I said, silver is my favorite, so I'm happy with silver. Looks adorable. It really gives a little extra to this, and you could really doll this up, but I was going for a quick tag that didn't take any time, and then just edged it with a little paint. You know, my little paint dabber. So then, since I had these out, let's see what the foundry wax does on such a small item. So this was my best way to do it. I used this, and I used this tiny little paintbrush, and you use such a minuscule amount of this. Painted it on. If you get a tiny bit on here, it just wipes off before you heat it. You just wipe it off. You use your fingernail, use a Q-tip, whatever you've got. So you just paint it on, takes just a second. Heat it up, takes just a second. But FYI, this pumpkin's metal. He is hot when he comes off. So when I initially, it was like, oh yay, and it kind of dropped it. It was so hot. I did not get hurt. But yeah, so I kept it in here, and I wanted to show you guys that keep it in a clothespin or something that you have that's like tongs that will not overheat. Like, I'm pretty sure somebody sells tongs that have silicone on the end, like little hands that grab your item. So I made a few of these. And let's see if I can see if they're in focus and all. They're beautiful, and they are on there, and I mean, it's bonded onto the metal. So I made a few of these, and then I used the silver, but I will be using these gold in the future because I think they're beautiful. And with saying that, you could change the entire pumpkin with any of these, or with paint that's metal paint, because it's metal and it will bond. So very thrilled with that. So happy that worked. And then what else? What else did I get? I know I got the little bus, but I want to make sure I cover everything. So I've shown you these. Oh, something else that I grabbed on my own. I mean, because they were really having a good sale. I picked up more fabrics, and that's what fell. So they're kind of out of order, but I picked up these fabrics for Halloween. Now these I don't think these are long enough to do it without sewing. You would need to sew. Yeah, these are, let's do it this way. These are 8 1/4, so I could probably do this for my daughter because her wrist is so tiny. And honestly, that's what my plan was, to do her a little Halloween one. And by 6 1/4. So I was having a hard time when I was shopping choosing between this gorgeous fabric and this Halloween fabric. So that's why I was like, you know what? You just need to do a separate order. So these are what you get. You get the pumpkins. And these are, I don't know if these are canvas or different. They feel a little different. They look a little bit different. Let me get this one. This is canvas, It's kind of a spider webby looking material. It's fabric, but I don't know what kind. Okay, so you get the pumpkin, you get the orange. Oh, and this one's foam. Oh my gosh. This one will cut fantastically. Lay them this way. Look at these bats. Look how cute these are. That's like the first fabric. The skull and crossbones. Look at the little eyes. And then they alternate. And that's a really dark orange, a medium orange, and then white. This is phenomenal. This is really thin and gorgeous. This is linen. So all these things you can cut, and then you can sew them on stuff, which all I can think about are my voodoo dolls. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with those guys for Halloween? Okay, this is more of a linen, but a little thicker. Yeah, this one's oh no, this is canvas. Okay, so it's thicker. Then you've got canvas, a thin canvas in orange. And then we've got candy corns in that kind of plasticky, thready kind of material. Oh, let's put this right side up. Look at these colors. And then this one could go fall. It is a black background, a textured black background with a little pink rose and your orange pumpkin and with green accents. Gorgeous. Okay, now that might be, oh, no, that's not it because like I said, they fell. So we've seen these two. Then you have, this might be the last one, the chevron. And this is that really thick. They're going to cut beautifully though. Like they're not going to have little strings that you need to snip, I don't think. So you get 2 sets of that. 2 sets of that. I'm going to put this back here, and it looks like the set comes like this because the top fell. And there's just a ton in here. Just an absolute ton. Look at this. Okay, so I will link that. And then I will show you, I think that's all that oh no, that's not all that I grabbed on my own. Okay, then I grabbed these. You guys are going to die. Oh, I have my fabric on top. These are the little bows that I put on here. Are these not cute? It is a ton. It is a ton of bows. A ton. And here's the last thing I grabbed, which I'm just dying. Just dying. Can you please, and I knew I was going to get a ton of these, and I knew I wasn't going to need them, but this is something that I can use for Halloween to come. I mean, this is so stinking cute. Okay, so I'm going to measure it. I'll measure it from the top and then from the string. So, what is that? 5, it's a little over 5 1/4, but from the string as to what you could get in, around 4 1/4. And then the width, 3 3/4. So are these not the cutest things? I did the math because I thought, well, is it cheaper to buy? Now Dollar Tree has big ones and I have trouble filling up those big ones sometimes. And I was like, okay, well, 3 at $1.25, and I did the math. These came out cheaper. So, and you get a ton of them. I don't know. Should I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So you get 30 of these. I mean, totally go in with a couple of friends. If this is something you want, you could create all kinds of things. You could stuff these and make garland with them. I mean, you could do all kinds of stuff because you get so many. And like I said, per bag, it was cheaper than going to the Dollar Tree, and I liked the size better. So there's those. There's those over here. And I will get these out of the way, and then I'll show this die. So I think that I'm either going to make a little back to school like flip book, or I'm going to make some school like tags to have on hand when we send things in to the teachers. I'm undecided, but that will be my next video. So I wanted to use this Cutie Pie school bus and just create a quick little tag. You know, you could write thank you, whatever. You see I colored the windows in blue. What I did was I made a white one. I put it down. I colored the windows in, and then I put down the yellow one on top, because I didn't want to color the windows individually. And then I paper pieced the little tires and hubcaps. So cute, so cute. And this tag is 3 1/4 by 1 1/2. One of my little Tim Holtz tags, just a standard tag shape. But I needed the black tires. And then when I saw how cute that was, I thought, that's just Halloween waiting to happen. I remember there was it was a paper pack that I waited too long to get. And it was 2 years ago. And it had like Halloween characters riding around in a bus. It was so cute. But I think it was like Simon Says Stamp had it in a package. Like, you know how they sell their packages. But I mean, that's really cute for Halloween. Especially make a little Halloween tag for the bus driver. I mean, come on. No one else is going to do that. So, just had to show this cute stuff. And like I said, I'll be working with these. And I think I may have said when I initially got this, there was a computer. I don't think so. I think it's a calculator. And then other little items that you would use in the classroom. Could that be a tissue box? So this looks like a little tiny binder with the coil. And then, you know, I missed this. That is a piece of notebook paper. Look at that. How cool is that? For the bus and the sheet of notebook paper, it's worth the price, because those two and the backpack, those 3, you would get so much use out of it. Okay, so I think that's what I have today. And if you guys have any questions, you let me know. And then, I did want to show this, that this little snowman is this Sizzix Thinlits die, and that is Christmas Minis by Tim Holtz. So I did want to show that. So I think that's it. So I will keep playing and come back shortly with what else I create. And don't forget, PandaHall select items, and my code is Raleigh for 10% off your whole order, RALEIGH. Thanks so much.